So my son-in-law was here the other day and he walked in the living room, picked up the remote control to our television and started talking to it. And I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "What are you doing?" He talked to our remote control and had the television do exactly what he wanted it to do. I'm going to tell you all exactly how he did it. But it got me thinking, I have learned some really cool, super useful tech hacks. Now, y'all, I'm not a techie, so this is not high level stuff, but hacks that I can now do with my television, I can do on my phone, my iPad, things around my house that I had no idea I could do. And they are so cool, so useful. I'm using these hacks all the time and I am going to teach them to you. And I bet you your mind is going to be blown just like mine was. So the first hack is the television. We have Apple TV and you do have to have Apple TV for this to work. But did you know that there is a button on the side of your Apple TV remote, and we have a skin, like a rubber skin on our Apple TV remote because these little remotes are so slippery. Apple needs to completely redesign these. But on the side of your Apple TV remote, there is a little button right here, and you can tell your remote to do anything you want. You can tell it to play music. You can tell it to find a TV show. You can tell it to find a movie. You can search for things. You don't have to actually use the remote to do anything. You just talk to it. Let me show you how to do this. So first of all, I'm going to turn my television on. It's going to take it just a second. While the TV's coming on, I'll tell you that my son-in-law walked in. We were in the kitchen. We were cooking. You all have seen that video. And he walked in here, picked up the remote, and told it to play a certain kind of Christmas music. I could not believe it. I came in the living room and said, "Show me how you did that." He's like, "You don't know how to do that?" I said, "No, I did not know you could do that." And to be honest, I don't think my husband knew either. But my dad has Apple TV. I have Apple TV. We are now all using this. This is such a cool hack. So my TV is up. Let's just say that I want to hear a certain kind of music. I'm going to push this button on the side and say this. "Hey Siri, play Morgan Wallen songs." Can you believe that? Pulled it right up. I wish I could let the music play in the background for you all, but I can't. It's against YouTube's copyright rules, so I've got to put on the mute here. But let's try it again. "Hey Siri, play Christmas music." Let's say I want to watch a certain TV show. "Hey Siri, play Everybody Loves Raymond." And there it is. Literally that simple. Let's try to find my favorite holiday movie. "Hey Siri, play The Holiday with Cameron Diaz." And there it is, The Holiday. If you have not seen The Holiday, it's an old movie, but it's Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz. This is my favorite movie. I watch it every year at the holidays. You have got to pull this one up now that you know how to talk to Siri on your Apple TV. So the next thing I want to show you is actually something that we bought as a gift for Randy's parents. I thought it was so fantastic. I got one for my dad, and this is something that it's been available for a pretty long time, but it's an old school version. It has been upgraded to something that I just could not believe it, and it is a smart photo frame. So you all have seen photo frames that scroll pictures and do all that normal stuff. Well, back in the day, you used to have to like plug into your computer and upload the pictures, and then those were the only pictures that the photo frame would scroll through. Now, this smart photo frame, anybody can load pictures onto the frame by using the app. So Randy has 2 sisters and a brother, and him, of course. So all of his siblings downloaded the app onto their phone. You log in, and then you just drop any photo from your phone into the app, and it automatically puts it on his parents' photo frame. You don't have to be at their house. You don't have to go over there and set this up. Randy sat right here on our couch and loaded a zillion photos onto his parents' photo frame. Now, his parents have a really old frame that sits in their living room and it scrolls through pictures. And I got to tell you, every time we are over there, we all just stand there and watch these pictures because it is so entertaining to just see all the old family photos and pictures of the kids. There are pictures of me on that photo frame from 20 years ago. And we love this concept. So we got them this upgraded photo frame so that we could constantly add new photos. So here's the photo frame that we're getting set up for Randy's parents, and it's in action. And what's so cool is there's a touch screen. So if they really like this photo, they can, they can heart it so it will show up more often. The screen has the time and the temperature, which you can have that off or on. It will also sit horizontally and it just scrolls through all the photos. You can adjust the brightness, the time of day you want it to come on, all the things. But this is so fantastic. It has like a little wood frame, and the frame itself is super thin. It does come with a power cord. It does have to be plugged in. It's not a wireless photo frame. There is my husband back when he was a kid, dressed as Kiss. So funny. There we are at the wedding, Kendall's wedding. This is just so much fun. And this frame actually has some pretty cool features to it too. You can set the time of day that you want it to come on and off. So actually, didn't know that until this morning. Miss Lola woke me up at 5:30 this morning, bouncing around the bedroom. So when I came in here, we have Randy's parents' photo frame over in the corner because he's still loading some photos on there. And it was pitch dark at 5:30 in the morning and the frame was on. And I was trying to sit in here and have my coffee with that frame on. So I asked Randy if there was a way that he could have the frame not come on until say 8 o'clock in the morning. You absolutely can. It is all in this app. Easy peasy, so simple to set up. So his brothers and sisters are loading all the photos onto the picture frame. We're going to give it to his parents for Christmas, and then I have one for my dad that my sister and I are going to load photos on. So at my dad's house, you know, he's alone now. My mother isn't alive anymore. So I think the picture frame would be really great in the living room next to his chair that he sits in all day long and watches television. We can put the photo frame there, and he can just see all the photos and stay in touch. Even though my sister and I live here, Dad can't get around and go to all the events that the kids are involved in and see pictures of us on vacation and, you know, everything that we're up to. So we can just constantly update those photos and he can stay in tune with the family. And I think this would be great for yourself or a Christmas gift. And by the way, the app that you use to put all the photos on here is totally free. It costs you nothing. And this frame is supposed to hold 40,000 photos. So the next little cool hack I want to show you is something that's actually on your cell phone. I'm going to show you how it works on my iPad. My iPad is set up exactly like my phone, and I'm filming with my phone. So let me show you this. So I have an iPhone and an iPad. I do not know if this is true for an Android. So sorry, I'm an Apple person. But on your phone, you should have a little icon that looks like a magnifying glass. You just think it's a magnifier, right? But no, it does so much more. You can take a picture of anything and then use the magnifying button to magnify. It is incredible. You can zoom in on anything, but that is not the coolest part of this magnifier function. Let's just say you need to read some really teeny print. You know how on the back of some medicine bottles, the instructions are teeny. I cannot even, with my reading glasses on, decipher the instructions on those bottles. So a perfect example is my calcium tablets. Look how small that print is. Literally, who can read that? So I took a photo of the medicine bottle, give it just a second, and see the little button right here that says reader? Press that, and it will transcribe into regular text, not a photo, exactly what it says on the back of the bottle. Y'all, this is so incredibly useful for reading small print. And it's not just for medicine bottles. You can take a photo of anything and it will write it out. So I can clearly see the directions, how many I'm supposed to take, what it's made of, store at room temperature, like all the things. It completely transcribed that text for me. You can even press a button and change it from black and white or change the color scheme so that it's easier to read, make it bigger and smaller. So incredibly useful. So here's another little trick with your iPhone or your iPad. If you're headed out of the country or you need to convert any type of currency, simply open up your calculator app. There's a picture of another little calculator. Press that. And there's a button that says convert. Press it so that it comes on. Then at the top of your calculator, if you're in the US, it's going to populate US currency. Let's say I want to convert this to Mexican pesos for when I go on vacation. Let's say I type in 500 US dollars. It automatically tells me the value in Mexican pesos. If you want to do euros or any other currency, just click the button and you can select the currency. So it's going to give you the current currency converter value according to Google at that moment. But this is a fantastic way to know what's what. I wish I had known this when I was in Mexico last month, but you can bet your booty I will be using it next time I'm there. This is such an incredibly useful tool. So the next cool trick I'm going to show you has to do with YouTube. And this applies whether you are watching a YouTube video on your iPad, on your phone, on a laptop, or even a desktop computer. The same exact setting exists. So open your YouTube wherever you are, and I'm going to play one of my own videos as an example. So here we are. It is playing in regular speed. If you want to speed up a video, which honestly, let me stop this, I do this all the time. I will want to watch videos that are 20 and 30 minutes long. I just don't have time to dedicate to a video, or I just want to speed it up a little bit. You can change the playback speed. But in the corner of the screen, there is a little button that looks like a gear. If you press that, you're going to see a drop-down box. Go down to the second option, which says playback speed. It's automatically populated to play the video at normal speed. You can make it go slower or faster. I normally watch every video at 1.25 playback speed. See, it's just sped up just a little bit. Let me get to a part where I'm talking.
For a couple minutes, they melt on their own. And then we like to top our Christmas crack with mixed nuts. You can really put anything on your Christmas crack.
See, you can absolutely hear what is being said. You get the full vibe of the video. It just plays back a little bit quicker. You can adjust that playback setting. There is a slower setting. There is all the way up to 2 times. Let's see what that sounds like.
Coffee bits, peppermint, whatever your heart desires. And then, of course, Lola and I are still in the kitchen making nuts and bolts. Again, I will link.
So that's pretty fast. I like the 1.25 playback speed. When I discovered this, I thought this was the coolest trick and something I thought you would enjoy too. So another trick that I use all the time on my phone. So if you open your notes app and act like you're going to start a brand new note, you will notice you have some options at the top of the screen. Press the one that has the 2 dots in a line, and then you will see a circle appear on your screen. This creates a to-do list, and when you have completed a function, you tap it and it crosses it off. It puts a check mark in that little box and moves that item to the bottom of the list. So for example, I do this to make a grocery list. Let's say I want milk. When you hit return, it automatically puts another little icon there. I say I need rice, and I need dog food, and I need, I don't know, butter. Okay. So as I'm at the grocery and I get rice, I check it off and it moves it to the bottom of the list. Then I get my milk, check it off, moves it to the bottom of the list. This is so neat. I use this all the time, and I bet you didn't know that was a really cool feature on your iPhone. And also on your iPhone or iPad, did you know that you could customize the screen, the colors, the widgets that appear, the way that the icons appear? All you have to do is press the screen, hold it down for just a couple of seconds, and you will notice in the top left-hand corner there is a little tab that says Edit. Click there and you can customize. You can adjust the size of the icons on your screen, the colors for your icons. You can be in light, dark, or automatic mode. You can even have them be tinted for different colors. If you choose the small option, underneath the icons, it is going to say what the app is. So my YouTube icon says YouTube. If you choose large, it is just the icon. If you want certain widgets, which these little things are widgets, notes, weather, the clock, things like that. If you want widgets to be on your home screen, again, press and hold the screen, tap edit, add widget, and then here's all of your options. So let's just say I want the Chick-fil-A app to always be on my screen. Tap Chick-fil-A, add widget, and there it is. There's my Chick-fil-A app. If you want to change the color of your screen, so simple to do. Press and hold, tap edit, customize, and tint. You can choose any color that you would like your iPad to be. You can change the background, the color of the text. So cool. So you can just get in here and play around with all the things, set it where you like it, and when you're done, just tap off. And now your home screen to your phone or your iPad is completely customized. And then a cool gadget that we actually just discovered and got in last week is this super cool panning camera. So this is an indoor camera. You can also use it outdoor, but if you want it to be outside, you do have to purchase the outdoor cable and plug. This comes with the indoor set. So this little camera, I have it sitting in my office strictly so that when we're not home, we can get on our phone and see what the dogs are up to. This camera can pan the entire room. You can have it look up and look down. It has night vision, full color night vision. It will also zoom in and out, and you control it all from an app on your phone. The app is completely free, and this camera is literally plug and play. Plug it in the wall, download the app, they connect, and you're in business. This would be fantastic for a baby's room if you need to keep a watch on a child. We use it to keep an eye on our dogs when we're not home. You could put this outside in your yard or at your front door. This brand's cameras are really fantastic. We have another version of their cameras outside around our house. But with this little camera inside, you have privacy mode. So if, let's say I'm in my office working and I don't want my husband to be able to look in and see what the dogs are up to, I just do privacy mode and it shuts off the camera. And one of the coolest things is it has motion and sound detection. So if a pet walks in the room, it's going to tell you pet detected. That's what it does to our outside cameras. If Pollux and Maxie go running around in the backyard, it will tell me pet detected. If somebody walks into the room, it will like motion activate. You can go on the app and you can see real time what is going on through the lens of that camera. If you do want to be able to go backwards and see what the camera saw for 2 or 3 days in the past, you will need to buy a separate SD card. It just inserts right into the camera. Then you can go back for a lot of days and see what was going on. I love that this camera is really small, compact, does all the things, and I can just pop in my phone anytime and see what's going on. And the last little hack I'm going to give you has to do with YouTube. I realized that this was a problem, but it wasn't until somebody actually sent me a message the other day and said, Renee, there is a problem. Do you know how to fix this? And I didn't know how to fix it. So I showed the problem to my husband, and what he did blew my mind. This is the problem. If you're watching a YouTube video on your phone or on your iPad and you want to expand the description box, because the description box is where all of the information is about the video. There can be links, there can be information that the YouTuber has written relative to the video that they want you to read. There's all sorts of information in the description box. The problem is the description box is hidden. You cannot see it underneath the video. You see the title of the video, and then really little is the word ... more. When you tap on ... more, the description box opens up. But again, it opens up really, really small, and you have to hit ... more again. Well, the problem is those words can actually be laying on top of a link that the YouTuber has put in that description box. So if you hit the word more, it is actually opening up the link and taking you to Amazon or some other platform. So did you know instead of hitting the word more, you can tap anywhere in that box and the description box will fully open. You don't have to tap the words more. I did not know this, and I've run into this problem so many times, And I can't believe it was that easy. Just tap anywhere in the box. So I hope those hacks were helpful and you found something that you could actually use. I am using these all the time. Links to the digital photo frame and the camera will be in the description box. So just tap that box to open. See you later.